Signal is considered to be the most secure messenger app. It doesn't collect any user data and the communication is completely encrypted. But is it true that Signal was developed by an anarchist? Do criminals and terrorists use and benefit from the messenger app? And why does the company hack FBI software? Let's find out. Signal has been available since October 2015, but the story of the messenger app starts even before then. In 2010, IT security expert Moxie Marlinspike founded the company Whisper Systems. Marlinspike is one of the most mysterious people in the tech world. Not much is known about his childhood and early life. We do know that he grew up under a way less exciting name in the US state of Georgia and excelled early on as a programmer and hacker. In the late 90s, he went to San Francisco and became part of the punk scene. He lived in squads and studied anarchist theories. During this time, he also started to believe that privacy is really important, especially when it comes to protect it against the government and the police. From very early in my life, I've had this idea that the cops can do whatever they want, that they're not on your team, that they're an armed, racist gang. Because of statements like that, many think of Moxie Marlinspike as a crypto-anarchist. More on that later. Whisper Systems was bought by Twitter back in 2011. The main reason was that Marlinspike, as head of cybersecurity, could work on improving the security of the microblogging platform this way. In 2013 he left Twitter and returned to working on encrypted communication with Open Whisper Systems. And this is how the Signal app came to life in 2015. Today, the app has approximately 40 million users. But outside of the app, Signal has an even bigger impact on end-to-end encryption. Facebook, Skype and Google use Signal's encryption protocol, and even WhatsApp encrypts its data with it. Speaking of WhatsApp, the app's founder is now also a privacy fan. Brian Acton, who made more than 3 billion euros when the largest messenger app was sold to Facebook, founded the Signal Foundation together with Marlinspike in 2018. The non-profit organization advocates for open-source private technology like the Signal app. Acton contributed seed capital of 50 million euros to the foundation. The Israeli software company Celebrite had to experience how far Marlinspike is willing to go to defend his privacy messenger. The enterprise offers a digital forensics tool for security agencies. The FBI uses this tool, but so does the military junta in Myanmar. And Celebrite falsely claimed to be able to hack Signal. Marlinspike then hacked Celebrite and found security gaps that made it possible to manipulate the data Celebrite provided to security agencies without the program noticing it. So all of Celebrite's data was potentially compromised and therefore useless for legal proceedings. Charges that were based on Celebrite data can now be disputed in court. One of the main things Signal is being criticized for is that criminals and terrorists could also use the app for encrypted communication. This makes it impossible for security authorities to monitor them. Marlinspike does not deny this, but thinks that the risks of all-encompassing surveillance are greater. Imagine if there were an alternate dystopian reality where law enforcement was 100% effective, such that any potential law offenders knew they would be immediately identified, apprehended and jailed. How could people have decided that marijuana should be legal if nobody had ever used it? How could states decide that same-sex marriage should be permitted if nobody had ever seen or participated in a same-sex relationship? Many people seem to take privacy just as seriously as Marlinspike. When WhatsApp changed its terms of service earlier this year and gave Facebook access to its user data, the number of downloads of the Signal app in the Play Store multiplied fivefold within a few days. What do you think of end-to-end encryption? Is it an important privacy tool against government surveillance or a dangerous instant messaging service for criminals? Let us know in the comments. And while you're at it, give us a like and subscribe to our channel.